Hello again and welcome to another Mordian Glory live. As always, we're going to give it 5 minutes before we get started, let people join in. And already got 11 viewers. I can see some cheeky people are actually waiting for it to start. Fantastic. And I didn't even put a status on Facebook. So there you go. I thought 3 times, people get used to it. It must be regular by now. People must know. So there we go. And I did it properly this time. I scheduled it for like 2 or 3 hours in the future so that it gave people a notification, because I've been told that if you just go live, it doesn't tell people till like half an hour after you've gone live. So there we go. Learning many things. So like I said, we'll give it 5 minutes and then we'll jump straight in. For those of you that were not with us last week, I am going to be doing the evil part of Command & Conquer today. So it's going to be, last week we did the good guys, we did GDI and the Allies, which was quite good. And then this week we're going to be doing an hour of the Nod campaign, or until we come across a bullshit Spec Ops mission. And we will do an hour of the Soviet campaign. So I think I'm just going to get the chat up on my phone, and that way I can see you guys whilst I'm gaming at the same time, because I used to be a gaming pro and had more than one screen, and then just through circumstance I now only have one. I have one big screen, and it's okay having one big screen, but having 2 screens is way better. Come on, there we go. Let's take a look at this now. My channel. There we go. And I can now see the chat. Huzzah! There we go. Excellent. So let's. It's 3 minutes past. It's close enough. Let's see who we've got with us today. Welcome to Killer Kriegsman, DCP, Battenberg, August Varnick, Stream X-Wing, Trickster, You've Been Bamboozled, and Peninsula Painting Projects. These are all the people that I can see in the chat. So, let us go to the game itself. We're going to start with Command & Conquer Original Remastered. Boom. There we go. So I've been getting the itch, guys, ever since I did that little session of Caesar 3, which actually got really positive feedback. I've been itching to do more Caesar 3. The only issue is that the cutscenes with the fire and stuff are just so loud. But I think I can get away with it by playing Pharaoh instead, because I don't think Pharaoh has weird, super loud cutscenes. So, there we go. OG Half-Life. Yep, I have all the. I actually prefer the old Half-Life. My favourite Half-Life is actually Opposing Force. It's the one that I've completed the most times. So, let us start a new game. Let's skip the bullshit cutscene. We've all seen it before. Let's play a bit of Nod. And let's watch the good cutscene. Ah, so, yes.
You're the new addition to the Brotherhood. Well, I'm Seth.
Just Seth.
From God to Cain to Seth.
I was watching a video recently, actually, on all the background on
this is Nakumba,
the Brotherhood of Nod and Cain and everything, and I never realised, like, I always knew it was a bit Masaical, but I never realised how much the character of Cain is actually rooted in biblical history, the Bible. So that's kind of cool. It goes to show that my my religious education was not particularly good, considering I didn't know that. Although amazingly, I got an A star at GCSE, which is like middle school on religious education, but never got any further than that. Let's have a look. So first mission, it's obviously going to be fairly easy. Bunch of good guys that we're just going to go on and slaughter. And like I said, I said, oh, this could be a tough one. This could be a tough fight. I reckon we're going to lose some people here, but because we're not, we don't care. I drive by with a doom buggy. Here we go. Let's zoom in on that doom buggy. Ah! These guys are kicking my butt. But it doesn't really matter. I'm not playing perfection. I'm not playing to get the best score or anything. I will go a bit try hard by putting these guys in a command group. So there we go. Stupid question. Can you get this on MacBook? I know they aren't getting everything for Command & Conquer, but it doesn't need much for you to play it. So, to answer your question, Peninsula Painting Project, I believe that the remastered version plays no problem on the MacBook. However, I think there was an update to Mac recently which stopped them being able to play games that were designed for less than a 64-bit system. So, you might actually struggle to play the original one, but you should be fine playing this remastered version. So there you go. I'll tell you what, I'm very interested to see how 9th edition pans out, because I kind of, although I'm looking at getting into my bolt action a bit more, and I'll talk about that a bit more later in the stream, playing these Command & Conquer games, especially playing as Nod, has really made me want to flesh out my Genestealer Cult army. Because my Genestealer Cult army is pretty much entirely based on these guys, and it's actually based on this original Command & Conquer colour scheme. How I sort of painted my Genestealer Cult was I almost painted them sort of the interwar year Brotherhood of Nod. So there's a lot of grey iconography. You know, most of the colour is grey, but there is lots of red in there as well. But it's more like red highlights to a main grey colour scheme, which I liked, which is the colour that, you know, because the original colours are obviously grey as we can see now, but they did switch over to a red infantry and some red colour scheme in the second game. So that'll be interesting to see. That'll be interesting. It's not interesting. I've already done it. That is the base of my colour scheme. And what I mean with interesting to see it, it'd be interesting in 9th to see how Genestealer Cult play out, because it'd be quite nice to have an excuse to expand them. And you know, at the moment they're kind of a set army, but I would love to have an excuse to expand them a bit more. So let's just kill all these resistance people. Totally not civilians. Can we blow the well up? Kill the well! Shoot the well full of... Oh no, it's the whole thing. It's not just a well. Oh, it's a village well, there you go. There we go. Oh, that is a well as well. A well as well. There's loads of wells. Jeez, this was fairer. These people would be having a great time. I love the water then started wobbling about when we shot it. That was quite funny. Oh no, the water spilled out. Ah! That wasn't a well, it turned out. It was like a paddling pool. A trough, probably. So yes, I did mention bolt action, and the I actually was a bit naughty, and I splurged a bit of cash on some bolt action this week, even though I haven't painted my other stuff, but I have built it all, and so now I have sort of like one of every support thing for my bolt action Japanese. So I've got a medium machine gun, a super light howitzer, a medium anti-tank gun, 47mm, and loads of other stuff. Got a guy on a horse, got some commanders, got some suicide anti-tank guys. Really cool. And they all arrived in like old school blister packs. And let me say that I can't tell you how excited I got with those old school blister packs. Like, Mordian, yeah, that's right, yeah. There we go. The old school blister packs are so cool. Like, before we go on to the next mission, because I just want to talk about this for a second. The old school, like, you get the current Games Workshop blister packs, it's like 20 quid. If you're lucky, 15 quid. And you get, like, a single plastic model. And it's okay. And if you're unlucky, it's fan cast. It's okay, but you're like 15, 20 quid for this basic bitch. Like, I don't really want to pay that. And then you go to Warlords and it's like, I'm going to buy this medium machine gun, you know, the equivalent of like a special weapon. And it comes with a medium machine gun, 4 dudes to crew it, and it's like £6 or £7. You're like, hey, that feels good, man. That feels really good. And then you go and get, you go and look at like a medium mounted tank, which is a pretty hefty bit of kit. It's all metal, you know. It's difficult to. There's nothing relative size to it in 40k apart from maybe it's bigger than a las cannon, basically, and again, it's like what, £9, and you buy some officers and they're £6, and they all come in these individual blisters, and it's so cool. It's so cool, and and what I think Games Workshop was missing, and what I wish that Warlord games were as prolific. It had stores that were as prolific as Games Workshops, because I can tell you right now, without any hesitation, if I had a Warlord Games in my town, I would be down there every week. No questions asked. And every week I would go in and I would buy a new blister or I'd buy a new little box or something. No questions asked. But it's a shame I can't do that. Anyway, won't go on about that. We'll go on to the next mission because I know that's what this is what you guys are here to see. But it's difficult to describe, especially if it's, you know, there's a lot of longbeards that will know exactly what I'm talking about, and yeah, I don't want to alienate the newer players. That sounds weird when I'm like, oh, those longbeards. But what I mean is, I actually feel kind of sad that there will be people out there which will only know the bullshit current blisters and won't know the glory of the old school blisters. So yeah, it's invaded the shit out of Egypt. So yeah, anyway, what I'm saying is, if you want to relive that old school blister nostalgia, go on Warlord Games and get yourself some of their like heavy machine guns and medium machine guns and stuff. Like honestly, you'll have a blast. It's so much fun.
It's fallen upon us to liberate these citizens.
Okay, let's liberate us some citizens.
Kane wants to establish a base here to eliminate the smothering.
I don't feel like he's wearing his beret particularly well.
It's too risky to move our heavy forces in.
He needs to starch it and bring it down a bit more. It looks a bit like a round hat more than a beret.
That should easily pay your expenses.
Oh, do we get to go straight into the Tiberian harvesting?
You fail. If you fail, you die.
I didn't actually really listen to the mission briefing then, so I'm going to have to give that another go. Come on. Crappy cutscene. I have to say, it is a little... I saw a review of this, and it's bang on when someone said it's a bit jarring when you go from nice remastered cutscenes to those terrible ones. Let's have a look. Just to reply to Chet Augustvani, absolutely, it just shows how crazy GW pricing has become. If you take a step back and look at any other miniature game out there, you do get a feeling for it. Apart from, I would argue, Star Wars Legion, which amazingly seems more expensive than Games Workshop, although I haven't looked at it in a while. But yeah, Warlord Games. Warlord Games is basically all the old school, super long beard Games Workshop people that went away and were like, screw you Games Workshop, we're going to make our own company, it's going to have blackjack and hookers. And they were like, shit, we can't copy Games Workshop, so you know what, let's just go and make Bolt Action. And they obviously make loads of other games, but yeah, Bolt Action is where it's at. I still didn't read the mission. GDI has kept Stronghold need for many years. Set up a full attack base in the area. When the enemy is clear of obstacles, you can deploy it. Alright, fine. So we're not doing a commando mission. We're doing a proper mission. A good mission. I hate commando missions. Oh, bloody hell. Come on. Guys, come on. These are bad guys. We do not like them. Kill them. Now the question is, do you guys go for your refinery first, or do you go for the barracks first? I always, not always, I often go for my refinery first because I like to have my economy going from the beginning, but I'm a bit of a macro player rather than a micro player. So, there we go. DCP, Star Wars Legion thinks it can get away with charging more for less because of the license. I absolutely agree. I think that personally they are selling Star Wars. They're not necessarily selling a good tabletop game. I have heard good things about Star Wars Legion, but it has not yet grabbed me. So there we go. It has not yet grabbed my attention. To be honest, if I was to collect Star Wars Legion, I would faux show get just a swarm of battle droids. I wouldn't care if I won or lost. Don't want droidy cards, don't want supers. Just give me battle droids. That's all I'm here for. Endless waves of Roger Roger. Let's explore. This infantry guy is a little better than my my buggy, point for point, I suspect, or pound, dollar for dollar. Let's just get another house to that. There we go. I can't deploy it. Right, come on. There we go. Double house to, and then let's get some of them. Defeat all GDF forces. I'll try. Sorry, I was just distracted. Right, come on, let's play the game. Oh, I see movement. What's going on here? These guys were, they must have walked into some Tiberian, that's why they're already a bit damaged. Good job we left some men to defend the base. Whoa! Sneak attack! There we go. Nice. Nice. Right. Let's get some more bozos. Can't build anything else. I can build a silo. Let's build a silo. Silos needed! Holy crap! It's an enemy harvester. Kill it. Sacrifice everything we have to kill that harvester. Cripple their economy. Oh, that's pretty... That's not too bad. There we go. Holy moly! Fight the last man, boys. In the meantime, let's build some more men. Here we go. This could actually be kind of interesting. They might actually outswarm us. No. Thank God for terrible AI. They could have had us then. They could have had us, right? They're gonna swing around the flank, aren't they? I'll trust you three to hold. There we go. I wonder. Oh, I thought my Tiberian gone. There must be some more down there. Yeah. Alright, go on then. This is a very obscure reference, and I wonder if anyone will get it, but it came to me when I was just thinking of that engagement there, which is like, they're expendable, that thing isn't. I don't want a single scratch on its bodywork. Do you hear me? And if anyone gets that quote, I'll be amazed, because it's very, very obscure. If no one gets it in like sort of 10-15 seconds, I'll tell you what it's from, but it is very, very, very obscure. I wonder if I can give a clue. I can probably give a clue. Let's see if anyone's got it yet. I don't think anyone's got it yet. Oh, look at this time here. Blow it up. Blow them up. Oh god. The base is open. Move in another squad of blokes. Right, no one's got it yet. That's fine. That's fine. It's pretty rare. So I'll give a clue. Mr. Van Staten. Okay, Mr. Van Staten is the clue. I can give another clue if no one has got it again in another sort of 10-15 seconds. Like I said, it's super rare, and I'm probably coming off as a bit weird, but it's one of my favourite episodes of television ever created. That's what it's from. Mr. Van Staten, can you get another clue? You can get another clue. Okay, you can get another clue. This one's a big one. Okay, no, it's not Back to the Future. The Metaltron. That's a big clue. The Metaltron. It's a sci-fi program. Dalek, yeah! Someone got it. Well done. August Varney, someone got it. So, those of you that are feeling a little bit out of the loop, like what the fuck is this guy on about? There's an episode in the first season of the remastered Doctor Who, which was a long time ago. I say remastered. Yeah, Bad Wolf episode 1, 2 for 2 so far. Well done, you got it. That's really, I'm really impressed you got it. I mean, Metaltron's a big clue, but even that's still pretty obscure. So, for those of you who haven't seen it and you want to see one of the best, I wonder if I might even be able to bring it up on here. One of the best fight scenes from the original Doctor Who, from Doctor Who, one of the best fight scenes from Doctor Who. You want to go to season 1 of the relaunch of Doctor Who, when it was Christopher Eccleston who was doing it, and there's an episode where this American billionaire, has actually got a Dalek locked in his basement, but the Dalek's all fucked up, and it's like it can't kill anyone because it's got no power, its guns are broken, its plunger is not doing great, and basically it gets out and starts just going a bit nuts. One way it recharges somehow, and there's a scene when the guards, the private security, and they're like, basically he's got a small private army, if you imagine, like a high house in Warhammer, and they start shooting it, and they're like they're just like blasting and he's like, stop shooting it, I don't want a single scratch on its paint, I don't want to see a single mark on its body, do you hear me? Do you hear me? And by the time he's finished that one sentence, all his people are dead. Like, it's so cool. If I could bring it up, I will do. But it's honestly, that whole episode is just amazing because it's the first time you see a Dalek in action against sort of modern stuff. So it's very cool. It's very, very cool. And it's only like the 4th episode in. Like, that's the crazy thing. It's like the 3rd or 4th episode in, and it's like really violent. It's really fucking violent. It's good. And I know it sounds awful, but I've gone off the more recent Doctor Who's. Oh, hey Seth. I've gone off the more recent Doctor Who's because they've gone a bit. I know it sounds silly, but they've gone a bit like old school Doctor, where he'll come up with wacky things, and it's all about talking, and it's less violent, and it's more about solving things with gimmicky gadgets and crazy situations. And to be honest, as someone who's obviously a big fan of 40k, my favourite Doctor Who episodes were always like the ones with the great battles, and the ones when victory was won through force of arms rather than through the Doctor pulling off some magic bullshit, basically. Yeah, like it's just that's just me personally. That's what I found most enjoyable. All right, let's get on. Oh, look at this. This is how much better it is. Can we just take a second to appreciate how much better the Nod campaign is and the GDI campaign is from last week. Like last week, I was honestly like, oh fuck this GDI campaign. I could not wait to get out of it. Oi, cheeky bozo. And this week we've started off, and it's like, oh yeah, guess what? No spec ops, no. But what's my mission? It's just kill things. GDI established a prison camp where they're detaining some local political leaders. Cambridge to liberate these victims. Destroy the GDI force to catch the prisoner and do not destroy it. So like straight away, we're not having to pussy around with like commando missions. It's just let's just blow them up. Let's just go kill things. It's very, 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 very good. Alright, keep the engineers safe. Keep them safe. Safe. Let's put that, and these bozos can come down here because there's probably something down there. Just catch me on the chat. The bit with the Doctor showing his full hate for the Daleks is pretty awesome. Absolutely tricked it. Really good. The season finale was pretty metal. What was the season finale for that one? The only season finale that I can remember is when is it David Tennant. Say Chris Tarrant, he's the guy from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. When David Tennant and the Cybermen, that was the best one. Scene delaying actions against a stoppable foe and such are always neat. Absolutely. So that's the whole thing. Did I get the prime message about the PSP or something? I haven't checked. You sent me on Facebook. I'm sorry, I haven't checked this week. I know I say it every bloody week, but work's been pretty mad. I will catch up with it. Do not worry. I will catch up with it. The Nod campaign, DCP, the Nod campaign seems to have had the benefit of being the second disc, so it doesn't have to worry about teaching you how to play. Very true. That's a very good point. I still think that the GDI campaign. And it's weird though, because the GDI, I guess, I think it's just because the GDI campaign is harder. When you're given a set amount of units, you have to complete, and you can't play it your way, and you've got to complete it. I don't know, is that a rock or a bit of camouflage tent? Anyway, when you have to complete the game under some forced parameters, it's harder. Oh yes, August, finally, King Dalek came out and Doctor was going to sacrifice himself, Rosengold Tower's energy, and went ham. I do remember that. That was a good episode because Captain Jack got absolutely obliterated. I mean, it was good. But, he had a really good storyline, I think. He had a really, really good storyline. I think he was one of the better fleshed out supporting characters. Right, so even though it has given us access to, we're on mission 3, we still can't build anything but, well, we can build rocket guys, but we can't build anything except for infantry. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I'll get rocket guys, whatever. Right, let's have a little scout. Oh, Humvee. What would be good to see if which unit is better, but I'm not interested in a fair fight, so let's just kill this thing. There we go. Light armor train, roll out. Wow, the light infantry does more damage than the Humvee. That is surprising. Let's have a look. I suppose I'm leaving my base a little open, but it's fine. Lots and lots of green Necron energy crystals up here. So, question. What are we... That was like Dwight from The Office. Question. Battlestar Galactica, original or remastered? That's not the question yet. Have I tried Hold Fast yet, Kai Tilly? I think you'll love it. I haven't. Is it? Oh, is that, you recommended me that game the other week, didn't you? Sorry, I haven't checked it out yet. To be honest, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I have been playing the shit out of Hearts of Iron. I actually played a Hearts of Iron Soviet game where I tried to do it with nothing but infantry, and it went okay. But it's 1944. The Germans never got very far into Soviet Russia. I'll be honest. So that's a plus. But at the same time, it's 1944. I'm just starting to push the Germans back now, and I've lost 14 million men. So, you know, ups and downs to say the least. Here we go. Ah, that's going to blow my bike up. I don't want to lose my bike. Send in the infantry platoon. Now, to be fair, we've almost explored this whole map, and I'm wondering, do I even need to guard this downstairs bit? Is that going to end in a river? No, okay, so fair. I do need to. Bloody hell, come on, boys. There we go. Right, bike, stay, and guard. Infantry platoon. Let's move out. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot. 40 million men is a lot. When you consider the Soviets lost 8 million, I say only, I was going to say only 8 million, but the Soviets lost 8 million men in World War II, which is staggering. That's dead. That's not even like casualties of wounded. That's just dead. Like you don't really appreciate how horrendous it is until you start seeing the numbers stacked up against each other, because you think, to us, like, it's almost like too big to imagine. It's almost too big to imagine. It's a lot of people. Let's wipe out the GDI base, but not blow up the prison, because I don't want to redo the mission. Oh my god. They're all pulling back. Slaughter them. I don't really need the rocket troops. Basic miniguns would have done. Here we go. Pow, 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 pow. And silo. See, now if I was clever, which, as we've established now, I am not, I would have captured that stuff for the money, but fortunately you don't really need to bother. engineers. Have an escort. Oh my god, look at him come. This guy's gonna fuck me up. Let's go, right. He's going over here. And we're gonna... Alright, I'll stop doing the sound effect now. Don't you dare kill my engineers. I actually need these people. Come on. Come on, slightly overweight engineer. He's just husky. Pew pew. I think I'm actually going to send these boys down here. I think I see something. That engineer, that civilian just shot like a handgun at this bike and did like a tiny, tiny amount of damage to it. Let's have a look. What's down here? I wonder if you can. I don't think you can capture these things in this one. You can't. In OpenRA you can capture these, but you can't in this one. Here we go. Boom. This guy should capture this. I wonder if it takes more than one engineer. No, it doesn't. See, weirdly, just so people are aware, they've in the. I don't know if it's true in the single player, though I think it is. But definitely in the multiplayer, they have balanced it so it takes more than one engineer to capture a building. So just be aware of that. If you get this game and you want to play it multiplayer, it takes 4 engineers to capture a building now. So just be aware. Just be aware. Been playing this while. We've been playing this mission for this side for already half an hour. I didn't appreciate that. I thought it'd only been a short amount of time. How time flies when we're having fun. I think the whole of the Nod campaign takes place in Africa, weirdly. Yeah. Never really thought about it, but this is the first Tiberian War, isn't it? So, Chad. Oh yeah, we are definitely going to invade Chad. Because we are the Chad Brotherhood of Nod and they are the Virgin GDI. Oh, I bet this is a commando mission, isn't it? It's getting to that point now where I feel like I have to do a commando mission. I hope not. GDI escalating mouths of the war, Nod factions require reinforcement.
Nod factions require reinforcement.
I could skip it. Look at that beautiful bald man.
Nod
Kane is Bay. Aid Nod supporters defense against GDI.
Aid Nod supporters defense against GDI.
Willing to do all these things. I don't think GDI this cutscene's remastered. I think those are the old infantry models. Oh wow. Here we go. Captured. What the hell is going on?
You don't spill it, I'm gonna spill it. You all over this damn floor.
These cutscenes, I have to say, the cutscenes in this campaign never really matched up with what the hell is going on.
Give it to me now, or it's over for you. That's real funny, tough guy. Real funny. Here you go.
Oh, that's not good. I think that's the person we were meant to capture. Oh, great. Commando mission time, boys. What the hell is my objective? A small village friendly to our cause has been increasingly harassed by GDI, and the Brotherhood wishes you to assist them in their efforts. Seek out their village and destroy it. The event will be disguised as GDI attack. So we're going to kill the people we came to save because we can blame the GDI then. Perfect sense. Okay. Let's consolidate all our forces across this bridge. Come on. There we go. Nice. Not too bad. That Humvee could have caused us some issues. Some GDI bozos there. Get across, get across, get across, get across, and engage. That's actually quite fortunate that our rear guard contains a lot of rocket troops. What's this? I'm just curious. Some kind of like crashed plane or something. Cool. Let's explore down here, but I don't think there's anything. No, there's not. Okay, cool. So at least this spec. I mean, I don't know how big the Spec Ops map isn't that big, but at least we get given plenty of people, unlike in the GDI one, where it's like, here's like one thing. Shit, I think we want to kill these people anyway, so get the bikes out here. No, we don't want the bikes. They're not very good at killing infantry. Oh, thank God, the Nod people came to save us. Oh wait, some civilians we like, some civilians we don't like. Weird. Not quite sure what's going on, but I don't need to know, man. I'll just follow my orders. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, mama! Launch them rockets. Fire! Fire everything. Let's kill this bozo. No, this bozo's worse. Kill it. You know what? I think I'm gonna keep the remastered train. I mean, he's not doing what I want him to do, but he is, you know, exploring extremely effectively that buggy. You know, you can live. We're gonna bring you around. But oh my God, it's an APC. So the most heavily armored thing we've come across so far. So then 113 battle box. Keep the friggin' bikes back. They're the only thing which got decent AP. Jesus Christ, Fenton, come on. Right, please kill it. Oh, I had loads of people inside. Shoots faster. The Grenadiers are actually really powerful. Kill them. I'm going to lose a couple of buggies, but I think we've got this mission now. Ah, here we go. So this is the enemy village. I see. Let's kill all the people that... Oh my God. It's a goddamn Abrams. It's a good job we came with a lot of RPGs and RPG bikes. Pew pew pew. Oh, that guy got grenaded like properly in the face. He was machine gunning and just got absolutely exploded. Here we go. This guy, yeah, I was gonna say this guy's actually a serious threat because all my vehicles are on pretty low health. What's that? Ali's house. What's this one? Camel Trader. What's this one? Sala's house. Here we go. That should be it all dealt with now. This is Trader Ted. Trader Ted's. Wow, Trader Ted owns a lot of facilities. He must be doing very well. There's been a lot of trading available here. Maybe he was the camel trader. Maybe he was extremely effective purveyor of camels. I don't know. But whatever he's done well for himself. Good for you, Ted. Ted is something we should all aspire to be, a successful trader. Oh my God, this guy's like running around. Kill him! Blow him up! There's another downed plane over here. They've built a church over the top of it. That's pretty disrespectful. These guys are just like hiding inside these buildings. Bet there's gonna be loads in here. Yeah, it's just... Oh, wow, there's only one, but he didn't go out quiet, did he? Look how little I've got left. Just from those guys that are hiding inside things. Like, I could... If any serious threat comes out of the village well or Prester John's house, I'm going to be in trouble, man. Fucking hell. Good job we went after this thing that I don't care about. If anyone jumps out of the village well, I'm probably going to have a bad day. You know what? Micro this guy back. You tank it. The attack bike is the tank now. It goes to show how... No, you're too injured. Oh, right. You're too injured. You're too injured. You tank. You tank too if you can. Someone's going to be in there and it's going to be bad. No. Okay. Here we go. If there's much more to cut, this I am going to be in trouble. I think I saw Civ. Kill the civilian. Mission accomplished. Where they are? There we go. So that is how you do a Spec Ops mission, people. Give you plenty of people to do it and go nuts. Trickster, Morning Glory, did you ever play Command & Conquer 3 where you find out what Tiberium is and why Cade is doing what he does? I did play Command & Conquer 3. In fact, it was the first one I completed. And amazingly, I played it on Xbox 360. Yeah, exactly. I used to be a console pleb. And yeah, it's really good. I completed both campaigns. I did not complete the Visitor campaign. But I completed the other ones. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I've got it on PC, but weirdly, Command & Conquer 3 plays like shit on PC. Amazing. I can. You've been bamboozled. Just about to ask you if you're going to play that. I can play it. Yeah, I can. No problem. I can play anything you want. Right. I reckon, depending on how long this mission is going to take, this could be the last one. This could be the last mission.
Before you can truly shape the future,
let's see what Seth has to say.
The past. Assimilate our history, for it is your own. Kane wants you to view this.
Accessing Brotherhood archives.
Accessing Brotherhood archives. I liked it in the second game when the announcer wasn't the same person for both sides. Like GDI kept Eva, but Nod got Kabar, and it was like building constructed, low power. Yeah, that was the better one.
Tiberium heralds the dawn of a new age. The Brotherhood embraces this age.
Brotherhood embraces this change. Her voice reminds me a little bit of the servitors from Dawn of War. Building construction in progress. A little bit.
Tiberium continues to confound the scientific community, soaking up ground minerals and soil nutrients.
I haven't played Legacy of Kain. I haven't played that one. I heard it was good, but I never got. I think I played the first couple of missions, but for some reason just couldn't get into it. Couldn't get into it. I'm not saying it's bad, but I think I play a lot of games for nostalgic purposes, and I think I've struggled to enjoy the concept of. I've struggled to enjoy the concepts that have been brought forward in more modern games. I think the old ones got it right, and the new ones have struggled to build upon that legacy.
Kane needs Niger, and his personal commander is massing an assault through Algeria. We need to be assured that GDI's A-10 warthogs flying out of Lagos do not hinder his progress.
We need to destroy some warthogs, fair enough.
Surface-to-air missile batteries and destroy the GDI airbase.
We haven't got to the mission yet where this guy is.
And he is watching.
A knob, have we? I wonder if that'll be next or this one. Oh yeah. I like how. Oh, look at that! The heaviest bit of armor we can get a T55 or 54. Which one is it? The T55. I can never remember if it's T55 or T54. Legacy of Kain is a vampire series that precedes Soul Weaver. I actually played Soul Weaver 2 a bit. I actually did. I played Soul Weaver 2 before I played Soul Weaver 1, so it did not make a lot of sense. But back to a good old base game. And Nod campaign was like, alright, you've had a bit of Spec Ops. We know you're not really into this. Find me. I am a refined person. Let's double refiner it. We start with a load of units. Let's explore the map a bit. Oh, hello. Right, that's the only way into the base, so let's go up there. Hand of Nod. Hand of Nod is very, very cool. It changed a lot, the Hand of Nod, in the second one. It was like a hand that came up the ground and gripped the ground rather than like a fist that is pointing into the air. It was an interesting change. I think this looks better, to be honest. We need another power plant. And then we need lots of light tanks. They're pretty cool, light tanks. Yeah, they're pretty cool. It could be a T-72, to be fair. It could be. I mean, it looks more of a dome-shaped turret, so that's why I thought it was like the T-50 or T-62, T-54. It's T-34, I know that much. I reckon it's T-55. I reckon it's T-55. Comm center. In fact, I'm going to Google it right now. I'm going to Google it. I want to find out. What? T-55. T-54. Ah, it's both. Ha! T-55, T-54. Fair enough. That's why I couldn't remember, because it's both. You can have either or. There we go. Oh, this is a slow piece of shit tank. I don't think it's worth it, but we shall see. Yes, radar. Oh, hello. This guy's being a bit cheeky. Let's serve him. He's going to die, but if he dies, he might turn into a Visceroid, and we don't want that. What even? We don't even really get any defenses, not do we? You just get turrets. As GDI, you get the really, really, really OP towers with the machine guns that are like the loudest machine guns in the whole game. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing else down there. You can just stew in the Tiberium and defend it. It's not a huge amount of Tiberium here, so kill this guy. God, there's not a lot of decent anti-infantry in this, I would say list, but in this force. The light tank wasn't even really heavily engaged and it got a lot of damage taken off. But it is the heaviest armor we can get. Sadly, we can't really compete with the GDI armor. Sadly. Right, what's it let me buy? I can buy light tank. I reckon not buggies are probably actually the strongest vehicle we can spam. I reckon, but we'll see. You stand to defend your base and seek out their base and destroy it. I mean, I don't really think I need to, but I mean, I will because it's telling me to. But 750 is expensive, man. Let's build a couple of these things. I mean, I'll build one in case the mission requires me to have one. Here we go. Woo! There you go. I really didn't need that. The A10's dead. Right, let's go and explain. Let's go and explore. Explore, explain. Here we go. Ah, more glorious green crystals. Oh, how do we? Yeah, figure that out. There we go. Nice, so cool. Right, yeah, we found the incredibly dangerous native huts. So we'll kill them. I'll just build 5 men. Oh, and a couple of flamethrowers. Flamethrowers. Any game that lets you build flamethrowers is a good game, am I right? I think I'm right. There we go. Wayne Lamb, hey Mordian, how's it going? It's going very well, my friend. It's going very well. How's it going for you? How are you doing? One Glory, have you talked at all about my absolute favourite 40k topic, Rust weapon options after the rule changes? I've gone through so many styles, I can see the stubber losing its place. You think the stubber's going to be not as good now? I think that's madness. I think the stubber's going to be way better. I mean, the stubber's main weakness was the fact that it... oh my god, that was brutal. That guy just got flamethrower. Jesus Christ. The stubber's main disadvantage was the fact that it, if you moved, it went kaput. And now we don't have that problem. So, yeah, I think the stubber's gonna be great, man. Yeah, the stubbor's heavy, but heavy is fine. Heavy is good. It's just blast which isn't good. Well, no, it's not good, but I guess. Yeah, I guess. I mean, sorry, I'm reading, but I'm not saying your stuff back. I don't need to pause it. I just need to build 5 of them, 5 of that, 5 of them, and I guess 10 of them, 15 of them, and 5 of them. Okay, sorry. Right. Whilst that's sorting itself out, I think a lot of people are getting very excited about the fact that your tanks can shoot in combat. I think that whilst tanks be able to shoot in combat is a nice bonus, I would not, and I would say this, I would not think of tanks being able to shoot in bonus as a really, really good thing. Which sounds crazy, right? Because tanks being able to shoot in combat is amazing. Look, if people are still going to tag your vehicles. You know, people are going to still tag your vehicles because what they will do is they will just it sounds weird, but actually most of the time the things that tagged your vehicles were not grots and stuff like that. That happened occasionally, but that wasn't actually most of the time how professional 40k people tag things. What they actually did is they would wrap it with a really good unit, and they were wrapping and trapping with their good unit to protect their good unit. So, for example, when I used my Steel Legion list at a tournament, what would wrap and trap my vehicles was one of the games I had was Elder Seer Council on bikes, and they were almost impossible for me to do that much damage to, even if they weren't wrapping and trapping. But what they were doing is they were tagging my vehicle with one bike, and the others would wrap around but not attack, so that it could shoot. So it couldn't shoot, but they wouldn't kill it in their turn. They would kill it in my turn, so that they could then I'm not explaining this very well. They would wrap it in their turn, but only fight with one model to make sure they did not kill my vehicle. And then that meant when it came to my turn to shoot at them, I could not do that. And so they would then, in my combat phase, kill me, so that when it became their turn, they would be free to move and do the same thing to another vehicle. And that hasn't changed. So people were not really wrapping and trapping with like grots. I mean, that was happening a bit, but most of the time people were wrapping and trapping. What's that? Oh, bloody hell. I knew that's actually quite a big deal. Most people, I'm going to pause this. So most people weren't wrapping and trapping with crap things, they're wrapping and trapping with good things. So what you'll find now is, yeah, your tank will be able to shoot in combat, but you're still not going to clear away those people that are wrapping you. Like that Seer Council that wrapped me had a 3+ like rerollable invulnerable save. And even when I targeted it, even if I could have shot it in combat, they would have used lightning fast reactions and maybe -1 to hit. So I don't think that the big thing of the reveal with vehicles was being able to shoot in combat. That's a nice thing to happen, but what you'll find is someone will wrap you and they will be really invulnerable to your return fire. Or they will just wrap you and just kill you and consolidate into the next unit or something like that. So I think the big thing from the reveal with vehicles was the fact that all vehicles can move and shoot without problems now, which I personally think makes the heavy stubber better, and it's definitely made my Steel Legion army look a lot nicer because it's got a heavy stubber on every vehicle. You want the extra, although you could argue that now the stubber is not going to be as good because of the smaller board size. Personally, I think overall it's going to be back to the where it was. I think it's going to be. It doesn't really matter where you take the stubber, or whether you take a stubber or a heavy or a storm bolter. I think it's dealer's choice at this point. I think it's personal preference. Right, I'm not going to have anything hang around here, and I'm going to repair that. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. And repair. Have rocket boys. Got any more? Yeah, you're a rocket boy. You come here. See if we can set up an effective AA net. Okay. What's the best way to attack this thing? Probably not head on. Ugh, Jesus Christ. Come here. These GDI are getting on my nerves now. As if he can shoot from there. Right. Oh, he's coming back around. Right. Light tanks, engage. You. Return to base. Return to center. A couple of those guys are still alive. I think if we walk up to the front door we'll die, but I think we've got what we need to finish the job. Here we go. I think realistically 5 T-54s would not kill 60-54s would not kill an Abrams in real life. Being realistic. Alright. Okay, bozos, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take all these tanks and we're going to put them into Command Group 1. I'm going to take another one. Come here. And we're going to take all this other... Is that grey? No, she's on so low health it doesn't register. We're going to take all this other shit and I'm going to put it in Command Group 2. You can go into Command Group 2. Oh wow, that was a really big lightning strike that was outside my house just then. And let's kill this and draw them out. Yeah, there we go. Now they're like, oh no, don't get my harvester, please! And we'll just blast the crap out of them. Blast, and we're happy for our tanks to take this damage because our tanks are in the best shape. So it's totally fine. Just come on, there we go. We might lose some tanks, but it's not there. The World Grenadiers aren't that effective against them. Wow, my tanks aren't that effective against them either. Come on. So I can always replace them. There you go, 3 more already. And then we can concentrate on that. Draw them out. Draw their army out. Micro. Didn't work. Didn't obey my commands. Just kill this. That's actually the bigger threat. I think we can just run that guy over. There we go. In fact, come here. So we need you guys to kill the turrets. Because the turrets are really good at killing all this weakened infantry. Like, really good. We don't want them to do that. That would make us very sad. We've suffered another airstrike yet? No, not yet. So now that the turrets are dead, the tanks can move in, run over any bozos that they come across. But more importantly, we can send in the damaged infantry, which can sweep up this stuff relatively easily. We just don't want to lose it all to one single grenadier. I think you'll find that the airstrike has been naughty to my bottom again. Yeah. So now that the grenadier threat is over, target the other production building, cancel the light tank so we can repair the power plant, and then just work our way along the base. There we go. Kill that. Get the Conyard. Pretty sure. Yeah, just seek out the base and destroy it. Totes. Fine. Here we go. And once we've destroyed this, we should be finished, and then we should be able to move on to the Soviet campaign. Huzzah! Hooray! Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Let me catch up on the chat a little bit. Sorry that I have been not giving you the attention you deserve. Wow. There's a lot. Actually, you guys have been chatting away to yourselves. I don't even really need to get involved. I just love it when you guys chat. Like, I tell you what's been making me think I should get a Discord is not for me to chat to you guys, but so you guys have a place that once these live streams are over, you can all type to each other and chat. It's just better than otherwise. Like when the live stream ends, like the conversation ends. So I might set up a Mordian Glory Discord, but more for you guys to use rather than for me to use. I think that would be really good. Okay. So, time to move to bot action, Sean Thompson. Yeah, probably. I don't know if you heard, but I bought a boatload of bot action stuff this week. So, very, very, very excited to be getting into that a bit more. So, we're going to stop the Nod campaign here. Now, it's not going to be another live stream, guys. Still got another hour left, but we're going to switch over to the Soviet campaign. Now, I just want to do a quick review, 30-second review on the Nod campaign versus the GDI campaign. So far, the Nod campaign has been infinitely more enjoyable than the GDI campaign. I don't think in the hour that we played the GDI campaign, I don't think we got to harvest any Tiberium. I think we got 4 missions in, and they were all spec ops, and there was one mission where I could build units, but I didn't get any Tiberium, so I just built as many light infantry as I could and then swarmed the board. So, long story short, I would say, if you're going to play this game, if you want to know which is the more fun campaign, it's definitely the Nod one, no questions asked. Right, continue. We'll go main menu. Campaign progress saved. You may continue the campaign with the mission select screen. Thank you. There we go. And let's load up the Soviet campaign now. Now, bear in mind, I've actually pretty much finished the Soviet campaign. I'm on the last mission. So, I know what I'm doing with these missions. In theory, I will now probably have a really, really bad time. I won't do very well. There we go. Command and Conquer. Red alert. Here we go. So cool, man. That Russian armies. Now, when we played the Allied campaign for this last week, it was really cool. It was really, really cool. So, it was the Allied campaign, and this was actually very, very fun. And I would say that after the first to be honest, all the campaigns are pretty good, apart from that GDI one, which I found was a bit boring at the beginning. So that it sounds crazy, but I would focus on Red Alert first, and then play the Nod campaign, and then once you've got all the good stuff out of the way, go to the GDI campaign. Let's start a new game. Let's start a new Soviet game, and let's watch a cutscene. I'm going to the one place capitalism hasn't corrupted yet. Space! Tim Curry is so good.
Give me the sequence calculations. Now!
I tell you, you think, as one minute, Trickster, although I like Red Alert 3 the most, really. That is heresy! How can you like Red Alert 3 the most? No! It's Red Alert 2 all the way! Red Alert 2 for days, man. No, I get it. I tell you what. The Red Alert 3 Soviet campaign was actually surprisingly awesome. I just feel like with the Soviet campaign, I feel like the time they got to Red Alert 3, they kind of went too far on the wacky bullshit. You know, that was the one problem with it. It was Red Alert 1 was good alternate history. Red Alert 2 was wacky but not too bad. Like very still wacky, like Yuri. No, comrade Premier, it has only begun. Don't get me wrong, but it was, you know, Yuri was mad and it was wacky, but it was still alright. And then Red Alert 3 was just total bananas. Total bananas. All of them were good though. All of them were good. It's kind of amazing how the Red Alert series, which was originally just a bit of a spin-off of the original Command and Conquer, I suppose in many people's hearts Red Alert is actually the superior Command and Conquer series. It's definitely surpassed its original. Yeah, the master, the apprentice definitely became the master. Interesting. Though I do say I think Tiberian's son. I'm trying to think. I would say that Tiberian's son is probably the least. Now it's not saying it's not well known, but it's out of all the Command and Conquer ones, I'd say Tiberian's son is probably the least well known and the least well covered. Everyone loves Command and Conquer Red Alert 2. Everyone knows about Command and Conquer 1 and Red Alert 1. Well, maybe Red Alert 1 is the least well covered. But and everyone knows about the third ones. But I'd say the most famous. I don't know. I would say the most famous is Red Alert 2 by miles, and the least famous are Red Alert 1 and Tiberian's Son. I reckon. I'm leaving this on because it's Hell March. Like, we've all seen it, but I'm leaving it on because it's Hell March, man. It's such a good song. That Meg, man. I'll tell you what was the best and most awesome cutscene was the scene in Red Alert 3. Obviously, Red Alert 2 intro cutscene is the best by miles. But Red Alert 3, when the Skrin invade, so cool, man. So cool.
Gradenko. How long did it take the gas to
How
work?
long did it take the gas to work? It's pretty,
Is it safe to
it's
speak?
pretty grim.
Of course. Go on.
The
Power armored bear
depends on
cavalry
the weight of the
settlers.
subject.
Yeah. Didn't hurt the
The
cause.
children were
Red Alert 3 was good.
less
Yeah,
than
Red Alert 3 was
15
good.
seconds, and the adults took
I do like, yeah.
20 to 42 seconds.
Oh, they had so many famous people, didn't they? They had
The total dead?
wait, am I getting mixed up? Who was the
Approximately
commander on the
850.
Allies team? Because you had Tim Curry on the Soviets. You had
How do you account for this
George
discrepancy?
Takei for the Japanese. But who did you have on the Allies?
Begin full production of the gas.
How could I forget about Command and Conquer Generals? Yeah, Command and Conquer Generals. It was fantastic. I think Command and Conquer Generals was fantastic. My favourite, I love playing China and Command and Conquer Generals. They just suited my playstyle. You guys know me. It was Red Guard and
Meet our
Battle
newest
Master
officer.
tank spam for days.
According to this profile,
I even played it
he's
online a bit,
useful.
and I used to rush people with
Give
Red
the
Guard.
lieutenant something
Good times, man.
important
Good
to do.
times. J. Jonah Jameson. What was? Can we Google that guy?
Forgive me, comrades.
Because I know the Allied
Something else.
commander, the GDI commander in Command and Conquer 3 was
Outside Toru, we met with guerrilla
Radchek
resistance.
from Starship Troopers, wasn't
They
it?
have blocked the roads into town here and here.
Jonah
Enemies of the
J.
Destroy the town and kill everyone in it.
Oh yeah, this guy. It's
I have an assignment which requires
the Allied
your
guy
special
was the
skill.
guy from was the news guy from Spider-Man. Awesome. Love it. So good, man. Yeah.
Let's see how you handle this. Go at once to Turun. Destroy everything
Okay.
and everyone. No prisoners, no survivors.
No prisoners, no survivors. Just keep your hair on good and go, just because you know that we're gonna beat you.
That is all.
Not beat you, but eclipse your career. Simmons is president. Yeah. I only just realised that the guy that was like the president of GDI in Command and Conquer 3 was bloody Lando Calrissian. How mad's that? That's pretty cray. Right. Go forth and strafing run. Good times. Go forth and strafing run. Ah, sugar. Go forth and strafing run. There we go. I lost a lot of men, but it's okay. I should probably command group a lot of these guys, but it's fine. You don't need to. Strafe! Come back for the second pass. Come back for this guy. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Reinforcements have arrived. Must be mostly done now. Or do we have to kill the villages itself? I don't know why they give you this guy, or this, or this, or this. Because when you think about it, you don't even get given the mini-map or anything. Weird. Ah, a crate. Get a crate. Let's take a look. From mother of acknowledged. Oh yeah. Time recording the export, boys. Should definitely have command through these people, but it's fine. Oh my god, that thing lived. That's not good. Come on, you kill it then. Nope. Come back out. Come on. I'm not sending my infantry in there to die. Not in this mission. Right, now you can go and die. It's fine. One grenade. There we go. Dun. I didn't even let it fully reload. It's fine. Nice. So easy. It's like, where the hell is this village? Which is just, it's like, it must be a village with a country with a lot of oil, like Romania or something. It's just like, oh yes, yes, we just keep all the barrels just lying around the village. God, it's so brutal, that cutscene. Like, one of the people that you see gets like falls down and dies. Children getting strafing on, it's awful. Just going through August Valley. Wait, what? Where's Billy D? If I somehow missed him and Command and Conquer, I'm a freak. Oh snap, he wasn't WMWs. I never played those ones. Yeah, Lando Calrissian, man, he was so good. Like Command and Conquer 3. Sorry, Command and Conquer 3 had a really, really good cast. Like, so you had, and this is off the top of my head from memory. You had Radchek from Starship Troopers as an allied person. You had the Asian chick from Battlestar Galactica Remastered in there. You had Lando Calrissian on the allied side as well. On the Nod side, you obviously had the guy that plays Kane playing Kane. You also had the blonde chick who plays, plays the fit one from Battlestar Galactica. And you also had the guy from Lost on the Nod side. So the guy from Lost was the dickhead one that no one got on with in like season 1. The one with the blonde hair that ended up needing glasses. You know who I mean. He was, so that's really, that's a really, really strong lineup of characters for just cutscenes, man. Just cutscenes. It's crazy. It was really, really good. Don't get me wrong, but it was really, really good. So if you haven't played it, it's worth. Even you don't have to go and play the games, but it is definitely worth going and watching the cutscenes on YouTube. No, it wasn't the bald one. No, not John Locke. It was the dickish one. So the one that was about the same age as the main character, Jack, but he had long blonde hair and scruffy beard, like scruff, not beard, but like scruff. I can't remember what his name was. I didn't watch Lost, but that's what he was in it. Point is, really strong cast, like main actors on every single one. So there you go. Let's see. I keep clicking the mouse, like BAM! Aggressively click the mouse. So that was the first mission. So as with most Command and Conquer missions, the first one is always a bit. You don't have to build a base in the first one, but now
I am Captain Georgi Kukov,
you
Chief
get to build
of
your
Field
bases.
Operations for this region. Beyond this river lies Germany.
Refreshing
Tomorrow
drink.
our attack
Pepsi
begins.
Max.
For today, you have.
If you're just tuning in, welcome. Welcome, Tin, for joining us. Absolutely fantastic. You've missed the first hour, unfortunately. where we played the first hour of the Nod campaign, but you have come just in time. We're just starting we're just starting the Soviet campaign, and we're going to be playing this for an hour until just after 11 o'clock UK time. So, got about another 40-ish minutes.
See you in Berlin.
So, what I was going to ask like half an hour ago is, what I was going to ask was, what do people think of the new Necron gun? The new Necron infantry gun, the Gauze Reaper. You know, it actually looks pretty good. It actually looks pretty good. The 14-inch range is a bit of a weird one, but it's quite hefty. It's got heft. Oh god. I don't think anyone can get us from there, but we'll have a look. Come on, doggies. Rawr, rawr. Kill this thing. I mean, the dogs can't kill it, but... I think it has a crate in it. It does! Money! There we go. I was just saying, sorry, not the design of the gun. Yes, the new gun does the new Gauze flare looks good, but I mean the actual stats on the new Gauze Reaper. So if you haven't seen it, the new Gauze Reaper, let's build a box. The new Gauze Reaper is the new alternative weapon to the basic Gauze flare. It's it's basically like a Gauze SMG kind of thing, and its stats are it's rapid fire. So it is rapid fire, but it's rapid fire 1. But it's only got a 14-inch range, so it's got a really short range. But I think we'll just get our army ready. But it's only got a 14-inch range, but it is strength 5, AP -2. So it's not mucking about, to say the least. It's not mucking about. And when you actually think about it, it's probably going to be free. So Necron Warriors will have access to 12 points of strength 5, AP -2 gun, which is good. And it's actually the same stats as the Necron Immortals Gauze Blaster. But it's the Gauze Blaster's got a 24-inch range, rapid fire 1, whereas this only has a 14-inch range. So the Gauze Blaster is probably better overall. But what you have to remember, a lot of people saying, obviously, looking down the chat, people saying, oh, how are you going to get it into like the rapid fire range? You'll be able to deep strike it in. True, you'll be able to deep strike it in, but bear in mind the new 40k boards are not going to be, they're going to be significantly smaller. So you'll probably get it in range quicker than you think. Quicker than you think. So we shall see. It's interesting. The Necron faction focus was a bit weak, I felt. They were like, hey, look at this dynasty that you already knew about, and look at this death ray which hasn't changed. Oh, by the way, here's your little tidbit of information. It's weird when they try and reveal things like, hey, look, it's totally new information. Like, well, it's definitely not new information, is it? Because we already knew about the Method dynasty. We've got those rules. I can go to my Necron Codex and look at that now. Weird. Games Workshop's weird, man. So we're going to complete every mission in this campaign in the first hour that we can. Just riflemen. We're going to complete it with just conscripts. That's how we do it on the Mordian Glory channel. Games Workshop may not like me using pure infantry, but I will get my pure infantry kicked one way or another. And we shall build up a company of 100 light infantry. Boom. More money for me, please. There we go. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the whole. I'm not sure 9th is going to be a dumpster fire. I don't think it's going to be a dumpster fire. I think 9th is going to be. Okay, honest thoughts, Dan. I don't think 9th is going to be that bad. I think 9th will be meh. I think 9th will be neither better nor worse than 8th edition. I think 9th will be, I think it will be the same in terms of fun and funness. Don't forget 8th isn't perfect. It's a very, very good edition, but it's not perfect. I just think that, yeah, I think 9th will be fine. That's as far as I'm going to, I'm not going to say it's going to be terrible. I think 9th will be fine. It will be different though. And with that difference will come the fact that we will have to change our armies up a little bit. And if pure infantry is no longer going to be that effective, then we will have to switch to things like mech. But, you know, I think overall, Imperial Guard will be absolutely fine. And I think something that I didn't get across in my videos well enough, and I've tried to, but I don't think I did it well enough, is I don't think that, like, Guard is going to be fucked in 9th edition. Okay, I don't. I think Guard is going to be absolutely, on the whole, Guard is going to be absolutely fine in 9th edition. Oh, this house is going to murderize half the company, isn't it? But what I think is that pure infantry Guard is going to struggle. But I think Guard as a whole is going to be absolutely fine. I honestly don't think Guard is going to have any issues in 9th edition whatsoever. We're a very, very flexible army. We can do pretty much any kind of... Guard is always going to survive any edition because we can literally play the game any way. I mean, Guard is not traditionally an elite army, but guess what? If being elite as possible and taking the best shit is what 9th is all about, and fuck troops, then guess what? We have some great elite stuff. You know, we have veterans, we have stormtroopers, we have some of the best tanks point for point. Like, Guard is going to be fine. Don't worry about the Guard, man. We just might have to change the way that we play. You know, back in the day, 5th edition, Mech Guard is what it was all about. I think we're just going to go back to 5th edition, man. And, you know, that's cool. That's cool. Like, at least it's, you know, at least it's not going to be like 6th and 7th when Guard literally had no answers for anything. I don't think that's going to be the case. No, that's not true. Guard were totally fine in 6th and 7th. They're totally fine in 6th. Totally fine in 6th. 7th, it wasn't that Guard were bad. It's that some armies were just so... And it wasn't that some armies were so much more powerful. It was that some lists were stupidly powerful. Like Riptide lists were too powerful. Yeah, that's... 7th, and this is going to be controversial, but the rules for 7th, the core rules weren't that bad. It was all the shit that came afterwards. There we go. Exactly, August Varney. You know, we survived Gladius attachments. We survived, what the hell were they called? Admech conclaves, where they got free upgrades and everything. We survived with that. You know, I beat Gladius with Guard. I beat Warcon with Guard. You know, no problems. I went to a tournament with the Emperor's Infantry, what was it? Emperor Shield Infantry Company, which was considered a trash tier formation. I went to a grand tournament with that. I won 5 out of 6 games, or 4 out of 6 games. I think it was 5 out of 6 games. I think I lost 1 game. And I took on Warcon twice. I took on Elder, and I just did it. And because you could win. Guard will always win. It's sometimes just... It took a while for us to figure out what worked. Yeah, you've got to remember, in a funny sort of way, if Guard go down into the fucking bin in 9th edition, then my channel will just be returning to its roots because this channel was set up. I know we've evolved. You know, we're playing games and doing live streams now, but this channel was originally set up to help Guard players when Guard was in the toilet. So. One way or another, don't worry guys, if Guard are going to be great, I'll cover it. If Guard are going to be shit, I'll help you. It's all going to be fine, man, don't worry. Alright, let's do this. I think this is, amazingly, I think this is a Spec Ops mission. It is a Spec Ops mission, but it's a relatively easy Spec Ops mission. Yeah. And it's only going to take it won't take as long at all. Here we go. Spec Ops. Alright, let's speed it up. If you tell the dogs to attack, they go faster, so tell the dogs to attack. Here we go. He's shooting us out the dogs. He's dead. Oh god, all civilians died too. Ta-da. Dogs and a grenadier come down here. Right. Everyone go up here. Bring the grenadier here and be like, yo, grenade! Nice. Here we go. So dogs can be command group Uno. And everyone else who we pick along the way can be command group DOS. Or DOS. Oh, you guys will never guess. You can get the best. You know what is the least well-known Westwood game? Emperor Battle for June. That is the least well-known one. Emperor Battle for June is one of the best Command & Conquer games ever made, and it is one of the least well-known. And guess what? You can totally get it legitimately for the low price of $0. $0, my friends. It is so good. I don't know if you can play it in widescreen, but I'm going to be getting that. I won't necessarily live stream, but I'm telling you, I'm going to be playing the bejesus out of that game. It's so good. Here we go. Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Catch up to him. The dog. I wonder if you can. I don't think you can kill him. I think he always makes it there before you. Right, doggos. Stay here. No, doggos. Doggos stay. Shooty boys. Go. Grenades. Here we go. Kill them, then the missile launcher guys aren't that bad. He gets in a hovercraft, in this bit of a weird looking one, but he gets in it. Grenades. Fall back a little bit, don't want to end up grenading our own infantry. What I've noticed in this remastered Command & Conquer is splash damage is horrendous, but unit ranges are so short. One minute. Trickster. Long shot, but did you ever read the Folian first battle reports on Dakar? It was a melee foot guard list that was written really well. Dude, I lived for the Folian first. That guy's battle reports were the bomb. And I used to think that it was like, he was reading my mind, because he inspired me for so many cool shit. And his channel, not his channel, his personal website with all the battle reports, all the pictures was up for ages. It's only about 2 years ago that it went offline. I love that guy's stuff. I really wish that there was like an archive of it. You can still find the Dakar reports on Dakar, but there's no pictures. All the pictures were linked to his website, and that's gone now. So, but yeah, I absolutely love that guy's stuff. So cool. He inspired me to do my foot guard. No, you know, not gonna lie, he totally inspired me to do my foot guard. Oh man, that takes me back. So yeah, I love the Folian first, man. They were so good. Quickly, quick, kill. Ah, I've lost all the dogs. No. It's alright. I don't think we need the dogs. We don't need the dogs for anything else. Fire that guy did that grenade. We should do that. Yeah, it's so much easier. Here we go. We've only got 6 minutes. We actually need to hurry up a little bit. That's cool, yeah. Like blew through the barbed wire fence. Alright. I think we've got time. Kill the church, should be able to get a heal out of the church. No, interesting. Is that an igloo? Nice! Feels kind of. I didn't see that the first time I played this mission. I'm definitely gonna kill that igloo. It's a super tough igloo, man. So cool. That's gotta be a heal. Yeah, that's a heal. Kill. A lot of allied soldiers are dying for this guy. Where is he? Oh. Yeah, now let's see, they're using the bows against me now. Cheeky buggers. Blow him up. Blow. And I know we could just rush in there and kill him, but we've got 4 minutes to spare. So we'll kill the church whilst we're here. And then we'll kill this bozo. He is the spy. And he's dead! And he turned blue when he died. And that's how you do a Spec Ops. That is how you do a Spec Ops, man. Oh, so yeah, the old Folian first battle reports, man. I read them all. I went back. I mean, I followed him from his 5th edition career, and I went back and watched and read all of them when he was in like 4th edition and everything. It's so good. It's so interesting. His journey for Warhammer was very, very typical. I think it's a shame that he got out of the hobby, to be honest. But you could see the writing was kind of on the wall. But anyway, great. Yeah, good old times. That was like good old times.
Good work dealing with that spy. You please, Stalin.
Make sure you never disappoint him. I'm sure you please him too, Nadia.
I have a special task for you.
Cheeky so-and-so
We are
you.
massive fire attack on Berlin.
That's the non-rude way.
The Allies are aware of this, so we are going to, how do they say? Throw them a bone?
Throw them a bone? Oh, right. I want to skip the cutscenes, but I won't. I'll let you guys watch it.
Troops until we can drop soldiers behind their lines. Once the troops are in, use the soldiers.
5th edition power blocks at Our Hem was so fun. Oh man. Right, let me tell you. Gather round, conscripts, and let me tell you the time. Let me tell you about the time when I was the ultimate troll guard player, and it never failed. So I used to go to a lot of, I think 6th edition is actually when I went to like 6th, 7th, when I went to the most tournaments, and basically I had a really, really cool tactic, which I would take pure infantry guard, and I would take 2 platoons, because that's when you could take the platoon system. And each platoon would be pretty similar. I'd have maximum amount of infantry squads, and then 1 platoon had like some heavy weapon squads, some extra firepower, and then I had a big blob of conscripts in each platoon. Now, back in the day, you could take you could take a number of guard special characters, and one of them was called Captain Our Hen, and he replaced 1 platoon commander. And the other one was Commander Chekhov, who replaced the other platoon commander. And Captain Our Hem's ability was, if you take him in your platoon, then that entire platoon can outflank. The whole one. So if you took 6 infantry squads, your platoon command squad, and with your platoon commander, and then a blob of conscripts, all that could outflank. And what that means is basically you could come in from one of the table sides, left or right. So you couldn't come in from the back table like you can in 8th, but you could come in from the left or the right table. And that's awesome. And then Commander Chenkov had an ability called Send in the Next Wave. Now you had to pay for it. Okay? You had to pay 75 points to put this on a squad of conscripts. But you could put it on any size squad, so you could put it on a 20-man squad or a 50-man squad of conscripts, but it was going to cost 75 points. So typically you'd put it on like a 40-man blob. 40-man blob was about the right size. And what Sending the Next Wave did was, any time that unit was wiped out, next turn they would come back on from your board edge. Didn't cost you any reinforcement points. You'd already paid that. You already paid your 75 points to do it. You paid for that ability. Now, that is so cool. And what I used to do is I would have one of my platoons on the board, Chenkov, and you could pay, by the way, just to make it clear, you could put Send in the Next Wave on any conscript blob. It didn't just have to be the one that were in Chenkov's platoon. Okay? So you could put it on Captain Our Hem's conscript blob as well. So I would deploy 100 guys in outflank, or 105 guys. So I had 40 conscripts, platoon commander with command squad with 4 metal guns in, and then 6 infantry squads, all with like plasma and heavy bolter outflanking. Okay, and that all outflanked. And then, I know I'm not playing the game, but you bear with me, guys. And then the other platoon would start on the board, and that would be the similar configuration that had 2 heavy weapons squads with auto cannons to get a bit more firepower. and their conscripts would start screening. They would start screening the whole of my army. And what I would do is I would put the conscripts out there, but I would trail, I would conga line them back so that they were on the edge of the board. And there's a reason I did this, very specifically the reason I did this. So my enemy would shoot the big conscript blob, and then they would break. And how morale worked then is if you failed your leadership check, your guys would fall back, and if they touched the edge of the board with just one model, they would all go away. So you think, why would you do that? Why would you do that? So what you did is you had your guys screening with a conga line back to the edge of the board. Your enemy would go, right, I want to get first blood, or you'd push them up in the enemy's face. They're like, right, I want to kill those infantry. They would die. They would automatically run off the board. Then guess what? Next turn, they just came straight back on. And the reason it was so powerful is it basically denied the enemy's first turn of shooting, because the reason, and you might think, well, why would the enemy shoot the conscripts then? Because every unit that was behind the conscripts got a 5+ cover save, which is basically like getting a 5+ invulnerable save. Cover works differently. So it was so good because the enemy either didn't shoot the conscripts and then everyone's getting a 5+ cover, so your army's super durable, or they do shoot the conscripts, but then they're just going to come back on next turn, and then turn 2, 100 guys come on outflanking, and guess what? Those conscripts have got send in the next wave, and they outflank every single time they die. It was so good. Anyway, I've spent like 10-15 minutes not even playing the game. Honestly, it was so good. I didn't win any tournaments with that, but I podiumed with, I think, in 3 tournaments doing that. One of those being a 100-man grand tournament, the other 2 being 30 to 40-man local tournaments. So yeah, I played it many more times than that, but that was that's when I just refined it and distilled it and got it down. Oh my god, it was so good. Anyway, let's play the game a bit. I just got really excited remembering that. Oh, sugar. Come on. Come on, doggies. Come down. Nice. V2s. Ah, I don't want to kill my own tanks. There we go. Right, let's all refinery the balls out of this thing. Or refinery 1. You know what? We're going to go straight for refinery 2. Exploring with doggies. This isn't the island mission, is it? No. Wait. Is it the island mission? No, I don't think so. There's a mission in this where you have to take an island in the centre, but I think that's a green one, and you do not want to infantry spam on that mission because you can't transport over the infantry very well at all, and it's really tricky, and you actually just die. So there you go. Oh man. Oh, run away! No! Dog's getting mown down by machine guns. That ranger is going to catch up and kill them, and there's not much I can do about it. I'll send a tank. Send a tank to save 2 K9s. Glorious Russian tactics. It's weird in this game. The Russians only get access to 2 vehicles. It definitely feels like it's a bit of a random expansion rather than a full game. Also, what's weird in this game is there's this obsession with making you use the subs. It's like, hey, we put naval units in, use them, right? It's like, I just don't care about the naval units, Westwood. I just don't care. Yeah, the Russians only get access to heavy tanks, V2s. Oh, and then technically you get the Harvester as well. You get a lot more units in the expansion. A lot more. Alexi, Mordian, you were my inspiration to play pure infantry and reviewed at least 2 of my lists in 7th ed. I should do more list reviews, to be honest, but firstly, awesome that you've been following me for that long. And 7th, pure infantry was the only way to be competitive in 7th. But 300 men later, yeah man, I know, it's crazy. But oh, hello, what's going on here? Range spam, tanks. Let's send Snatch Land Rovers or Willie's Jeep versus this tank, and amazingly they're winning. No, they're not winning. They are kind of winning. They're doing a lot of damage with those machine guns. Come on. There we go. Oh. Come on, finish it off. Nope. Another go. You won't finish it. Let's go take a few, yeah. It's weird, like, the tanks aren't very good at tracking, is what I've noticed. I feel like I might need one more harvester. Maybe. Yeah, I feel like I need one. I tell you what, I need a radar dome, man. I need a radar dome. Radar dome, one more harvester. Boom. Let's just get the radar dome. Let the game give me radar for getting the standard 100, the 100 infantry that completes the first, well, every mission but the end mission pretty much. Yeah, I think I prefer Red Alert. I didn't used to, but I think I prefer Red Alert over Command and Conquer original. I think I do now. Awesome. Right, let's get another ore refinery, and then when that's done, we'll finish off. We'll get another 50 infantry or so, and then we'll complete the mission. And then we should have time for one more, and then that will be that. And we'll have played 3 or 4 missions of both campaigns. These two take a long time. Tell you what, I'm gonna scout with a heavy tank. Go forth, heavy tank. Oh, you go forth. Go forth. Go forth.
Yes, sir. At once. Waiting orders. Very well. Ready and waiting. Very well.
Let's find where we have to go.
Acknowledged. Very well.
No, you guys aren't gonna get far up there. Don't bother.
Yes, sir.
You guys go over here. That ore's gonna run out soon, TBH. Probably put that there for that one.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative.
Oh wow, he actually got really far. Well, that's where the enemy base is. Okay. Is he gonna do it? I believe. Yeah, he's gonna die now, but it was a good run while it lasted. Go. Kill those bozos. Let's just finish off. There's a little village up here. You shooting at my harvesters, cheeky bugger. Go on then, you guys can sort him out. Great. Yeah, global heal's not really worth it. I didn't used to know what that did, but it's a global heal in case anyone's curious what the weird thing with the spinny toe. Oh, hello. Hello, cheeky. I think that Jeep, ooh, it almost beat us. Ah, we've run out of room. Okay. Come on then. Let's go kill him. Is that, did I give it a command group? I did, there we go. "100 infantry swarm, Soviets. Sovietsky. Link up with these peeps. I think if I get this, I'll get some power troops actually. Kill them. There we go. Power troops are really good in this game. It's just free infantry, you know. Free guys. Oh, hello. There we go. We know where the enemy base is. Hoorah! Let's do it. Oh, you stupid bastard. Obviously you wouldn't go there, would you? He's gonna die. Pleb. Come on. Yeah. Don't get killed. Right, do I get power troops for you doing this? I do. Nice. Nice. So that gap generator. Now, in case you're wondering why the fog keeps coming back, this giant magnet-looking thing brings the fog of war back in. Oh, let's kill this. Kill this. Kill these little people as well. Kill the mediums. Kill that. Nice. Right, we've swarmed in. We've swarmed them, Captain. We've swarmed them. We'll quickly kill their ability to resist us. We've got another gap generator, I reckon. Let's see if we can just get rid of the Conyard, and then that's pretty much game over when the Conyard's gone. Because they can't, at that point you've pretty much got an infinite amount of time to do what you want with the level. They'll sell everything, and they'll launch a final attack, which we will then have to repel. Yeah, so you can often finish these missions quicker by if you go after the enemy base, the enemy will then just will sell everything, and then you could. Oh, that harvester just run over a lot of people. Even things that won't get them men, they'll do it because they might get an infantry guy out of it, and then they'll just do one last like forlorn hope attack against you. So good little tactic for the campaign there. Also good little tactic, glorious. Well, I think it's a Mosin Nagant. Glorious Mosin Nagant. It looks like a bolt action carbine. You know, like the old the M1 carbine from World War II. Bit of a weird picture. Anyway, point is a bullet kill vehicle in Command and Conquer. Kill this bozo. What's going on here? Oh god. Finish him off. I trust you 3 to handle this, but you might not. They're gonna do it. I didn't mean to send the rifles over there. Mission accomplished? No, it's not. That'd be too easy. So, oh, hello, what's this? Ah, that's what it is. There we go. Alright, peeps. A couple of extra vehicles over here. I'm not even sure where the enemy base is. Ah, you go the wrong way, you bozos! Come on! Those V2s, didn't it? Those V2s are actually going to kill all my infantry if I'm not careful. So. This could be the last vehicle though. No, there's still more. How interesting. There's still more enemy stuff somewhere. Sneaky, sneaky. If I'm not careful, this man. Aha! Wait, do I have to capture this or kill it? Crush their communications. Okay. Algebras. Whee! Oops, still mission accomplished. Spy plane. This bit. Reveal your secrets to me. Ooh, just good ore. Good ore management. Right, there we go. Oh, they sold those bits. It's gonna be like one random rifle bod, isn't it? That's what it's gonna be. Oh, you know what? It's gonna be a power plant there. I can feel it. I can feel that's what it's gonna be. I reckon that's what it's gonna be. Let's see. Let us see. Which infantry is going to get there first? I think. Well, let's just uncover every nook and cranny. There we go. Oh, I'm shattered. Shattered. Oh, I actually thought these guys would get there first, but they're going to get there at the same time. Well, there won't be a pattern there because they sold everything, didn't they? Weird. I wonder what it is. I wonder what unit I'm missing. I'm missing something. There's an enemy unit tucked away somewhere. read the mission. The other bases we need to put magic units to take it out of the move. So this one's going to be let's put one area. Force switch. Okay. There's one singular enemy unit somewhere. Can't see it on the mini map, but it'll be here. Like a slippery fish. Unless it could be something I haven't built. Maybe I should build one of each building and see if that fixes it. War factory. Well, it could be like a harvest up here. It's always something with these missions, isn't it? It's always something. Oh, it's, what the hell is a vehicle up there? How weird. How odd, man. Like, seriously. What? Okay, let's see if we can kill it from here. Come on. Give it a go. Oh! I've been over there. What a cheeky so-and-so. Yay! No! Come on, you guys might have to be used now. Brilliant. That's so... Now it's all gone. It's up. Oh yeah, the yak. I'll get a yak. Okay. I wonder if I can do it. We dropped one guy. Ah, there we go. Drop the others. Kill him. Kill him. Ah. Right, come here, you. Oh! 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 Yay! If that isn't. Yeah! Boom! Sweet. Nice. I mean, they are technically allied medium tanks, but let's not put a lot of concern. Efficiency will be extremely low. Yes. I mean, did I lose more? No, not quite. Still a win for the Soviets then. Continue. Righty ho ho. That one took longer than expected. To be honest, that took a lot longer than expected. We don't really have time to start the next mission, but we'll start it, watch the cutscene. I'll see what kind of mission it is.
When you kill one,
it is a tragedy. Sorry dude, I'm just going to skip the cutscene just to see. I'll secure the middle island. This is a very, very long mission, guys. I'm sad to say, it's extremely long. We won't have time to finish this one today, unfortunately. Your army of red pajama-clad commies has taken the day. Yeah! They are pretty much in pajamas. Nice. What an effective colour as well for camouflage. Bright red. I always said it was. So we won't unfortunately have time to finish the mission. It is an extremely long one. So we'll honestly this will take a while, this one. But we will finish. So we'll finish the live stream here. I know it's a couple of minutes early, but I'll make it up to you. Don't worry. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this live stream. I know it's been a bit. I feel like I've been a bit distracted throughout it, but it's because I'm just very tired. That's it. But I'm not gonna go on about it. So what do people want to see me play next week? I could play something like Hearts of Iron. I could play the first couple of hours of Hearts of Iron campaign, but to be honest, I'm a little skeptical about doing Hearts of Iron because there's very little you can show in the first 2 hours of a Hearts of Iron campaign, because the big war pretty much kicks off after the first couple of hours. So you know, it's a bit of it's not, you'd see me get to just the exciting bit and then it would go, and I might be able to continue over a couple of weeks to be fair, but I could do it if you want to see it, no problem. or I could play an old school game like Pharaoh, if people want to see Pharaoh. I could play Caesar 2. I don't own Caesar 2, so I think that would be a bit of a you'd see me having to learn the game, and I'd probably be not concentrating as much and actually talking, just because I'd be trying to figure stuff out. But I could play it. Pharaoh, a couple of shots for Pharaoh. Could play Rome 2. Yeah, I've got Rome 2. I could play one of the old school Half-Life games. You know, potentially Half-Life Opposing Force. But again, when it comes to first-person shooters, my attention, I've got like a goldfish brain, basically. I can only look at one thing at once. Might do some Pharaoh. Pharaoh's very fun. Or I can do Hearts of Iron if people really, really want to. But I think I'd rather play a game that would actually be interesting for a couple of hours, rather than basically watching my nation tick up for 2 hours. We shall see. We shall see. I can continue the Soviet campaign if people want me to. If anyone's got any ideas, what I would recommend for if you're not sure, put it down in the comments section when this video is posted, and I'll take some suggestions there. But otherwise, it will probably, if I can get the widescreen mod for Pharaoh working, I'll probably do that. Yeah, something more laid back so we can chat with you more easily. If I was gonna do an old school city build, it would definitely be Pharaoh next time, because I don't know Caesar 2 that well, and I'd be worried I'd be spending too much time just concentrating on trying to learn the game rather than chatting shit. But hopefully Pharaoh can be like a good substitute. I hope it can be a good substitute. But I could get Caesar 2 and learn it and see how it works out. See if I can learn it before the live stream itself. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it here. Hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream, and of course, I will see you guys next time.